1974, Dave Arneson and Gary Gygax developed a game that is still going strong today, and that game is Dungeons and Dragons. Now, this game has since been reiterated quite a few times with updates and things of that nature, and boys and girls, we have a new edition that brings it to the physical world of pinball. And Stern has just released Dungeons and Dragons as a pinball machine. Now, for those of you fans out there, you should be super excited. This game looks freaking fantastic, and there's a lot in this game we're gonna go over here, so let's get it. Now, up first, let's talk about what this game entails, because man, it's going to be a pretty awesome looking game, and the adventures that you're going to be able to go on looks fantastic. This is something I think Stern is hopefully going to do really good on this game. We don't really know until we actually get to play it, but man, you read what they're putting in this game, it's going to be freaking awesome. Now, much like we've seen with Venom, you're going to be able to pick a character, play as that character, save your progress as that character. You have 4 characters you're actually able to choose from and play through as them, but as you complete 3 campaigns, you will get 3 more. There's going to be 45 different monsters with 10 different locations to visit to be able to collect different items and things of that nature. There's going to be over 100 trinkets alone in the game that you'll be able to collect. Now, the dungeon crawl is actually going to change up weekly. Every 7 days it's going to redo, and the way you're going to be playing the game is going to completely change every 7 days. So you have a week to actually learn the pathways and things of that nature in this game, or where things are hidden at. But after that week is over, you're starting over again. They're going to be doing this with 21 different campaigns to be able to play. And in that, there's going to be 9 wizard modes alone. Plus, there's going to be various other little side quests and modes that are going to be in there. And there's also going to be 3 different campaign endings in this game. So depending on how you play the game will determine your outcome in this game. And there's going to be multiple different ones. Now, this game is also going to have 3 different multi-balls in it. Now, getting to the nitty-gritty of things, this game is got 3 editions like we always have with Stern. You've got the Pro, Premium, and LE. I'll be honest, there's not a huge amount of difference between the 3 models, aside from really the head is really the biggest. And all the artwork on this game is done by Dave Prost, and not to mention we have quite a few different people doing call outs on this game. It sounds fantastic what we hear so far. The game looks amazing. There's 3 flippers in this game, and really there's only a couple of big mechs in there. You have the cube that acts as a magnet, basically kind of locks the ball over there on a magnet, and you have to go save the ball within a certain time. Then you have the actual big mech is the fire-breathing dragon. Well, he's not fire-breathing, but he does spit pinballs if you get a Premium or an LE. The Pro does not actually do that, and there's a big difference in the head when you talk about the Pro and the Premium. The Pro, the head just goes up and down, and it has a switch that it activates when you hit it, whereas on the Premium and LE, you're going to get a fully directional head. They say omnidirectional sensing technology. You know, I'm not sure what they're doing, but it is supposed to be able to detect hits from any direction as you battle the dragon. But he also spits pinballs out as fire. And that's your big mech in this game. And then you do have on the Premium and LE as well, you do have basically it's a scoop that rises up out of the playfield, and then you drop back down, and at that point you are into a video mode. I don't know for how long, but it looks like you go into a video mode. A mech that pops up in the center that you're able to control. And I do know that based on what character you pick, you have different abilities with those characters. You get different perks with each character. The game reminds me a lot of Venom and Jurassic Park, mainly because Venom, you're kind of doing the same type of thing. You're picking a character, you're playing that character, you're able to save your progress, and then really the Jurassic Park side of it, the game kind of reminds me a lot of that, not just because of the moving head, but that is part of it. That does kind of translate to me a lot to Jurassic Park. But the way you're moving through the map and things of that nature, and making turns, you know, and making a path this way, or you make it go the other way, it reminds me a lot of those 2 games. So really curious to actually get my hands on it and see how this thing plays. But overall, the game really, to me, doesn't speak innovation. I don't see any crazy ball paths, or I don't see anything just out of the ordinary, over the top, something new. Still looks like a fun game, don't get me wrong. I think it looks like a fantastic game, but I just don't feel like it's new and innovative to an extent. But it does look like a fantastic looking game. I think it's going to be a fun game to play. You've got so many different directions this game is going to play. And especially with the map changing up every 7 days, it's going to keep you on your toes on what you're going to have to do, where to find these items. Now, once again, the pricing structure, we have $69.99 for the Pro. Our premiums are coming in at $96.99, and the LE is coming in at $12,999. Now, the LE this time is only going to be 740 units. Well, because of 1974 when the game came out. So they're only doing 740 of these. So let's actually look at the differences between these models. First, we're going to start with the aesthetics. Now the Pro is going to come with the standard wrinkle finish and the standard side rail. Also, you're going to have a plastic apron. That's going to be on the Pro model. When you step up to the Premium, that's when you're going to get not only the extra game features, which we'll go over here in just a second, but you're going to get the extra armor that's on the side that goes around the side of the flipper buttons, as well as get the metal apron to go with it as well. Now both of these are still going to have a standard typical trans light that you find. Now if you jump up to the LE, that is where you're going to get the beautiful powder coated finish. You're also going to get a mirrored back glass. You're also going to get side art blades on the inside, and you're also going to get the speaker grill lighting as well. Now there are a few other little things that you get in there with the LE that you don't get with the Premium or the Pro, such as the shaker and stuff like that. But now let's take a look to the inside and see what we've got in gameplay. When you buy the Pro, you're only going to get a single directional head. It's going to go up and down. It's not going to spit any pinballs out either. You're just going to have a head that just goes up and down and has a switch. Now on the Premium and LE, that head is going to do all sorts of different movements. And it's going to also spit pinballs out at it. The Premium and LE are going to get 2 extra balls. 8 balls in that game instead of 6 that the Pro has, which is quite a bit of pinballs in the machine. Now the other big difference you're going to have between your Pro and Premium and LE is going to be the target, the scoop that actually rises up. On the Pro, that is not there from what I understand. It's only on the Premium and LE that's going to pop up. You're going to shoot into that. I believe pretty much everything else is, for the most part, the same. Is it worth spending the extra money to go to a Premium to get that omnidirectional head and to get that basically that extra scoop in there? I don't know. This one to me is almost probably best to be a Pro. Then again, I mean, you need to play it and see, but I think for me it would be best probably spending the money on a Pro. But then again, I don't know, having balls come out of a dragon's mouth and a moving head that's a little better, that may be worth it. But man, I don't know. Yeah, I think this game is going to be really fantastic, but you know, it's going to be very more role-playing essence and more choice-based, I think, than we have on a lot of other games. You're going to be able to change it up and really kind of refresh the game each week. And you're going to be able to do different characters and change different ways. So there's a lot of ways to play this game and really, you know, come out with some different conclusions that you would have, you know, a typical wizard mode and a typical ending to a pinball machine. And let's be honest, it's a 50-year-old franchise that is going strong still, and I think it's got a really good following. I think it's going to be a hit game. It looks fantastic. I don't think it's really necessarily innovative to an extent as far as the actual layout and things are crazy, but I do feel like it's probably a good, I guess, conservative type layout that's going to be fun and interesting to play and really just probably a little more different than what we've seen, getting more into video modes and being able to play and have choices. And I think this is going to be a big hit, but you never know until you actually get your hands on it and actually play it. But I think this is definitely going to be a really fun game. Let me know in the comments, are you guys going to get a Premium, Pro, LE? What you going to get if you're going to get it? And let me know your thoughts on it. But that's going to end this one off. We'll catch you next time.